I have never made a mistake. Take a glance at it. I have never made a mistake, and this is my first trial. I have never actually had done any of it. This is total lie. If you ever actually think that I had created such a scene, I have never. I have never done anything wrong, and let me actually prove that. I have never actually done anything wrong. I'm actually far faster than someone like Kelly. You know, you ever actually remember this lady from the Pepperdine? I can actually read something and remember something much faster than her. I'm not lying. Take a glance at it. This has never been a lie and can easily prove it. I'm not really a foreign leader. I can actually do it. It's not. No, there is no I mean... I never made a mistake. I'm actually far better than them. I can actually remember something much quickly. I'm not lying. I have never lied. Take a glance at it. Live updates are from the Trump impeachment. The actual trial with the opening statements from the Senate. I don't really need to think about anything. I'm actually far faster than any other people. No, never. No. No, I'm actually genius. I actually, you know what, remember this far faster than you. First trial, every single time, never made a mistake. I never had any difficulty. I'm actually far smarter than someone like Kelly, who would only speak English, or, you know, a bit of Japanese. I'm actually far better than you. No, I never made a mistake. I'm not lying. I have never made a mistake for any 100 sentences. I have never actually done that. The evidence is coming. Never made a mistake. I'm actually genius. I never made a mistake. You can actually count 100 different sentences even after not sleeping more than 20 hours. Starting from the 5 p.m. yesterday, I've been actually without sleeping, staying more than 12 hours, or not 12 hours. How many hours? It's 15 hours without sleeping, but I still actually memorize much faster than Kelly. I don't really need to think about it. I would actually do far better jobs. So, you know, we're much better than. No, this says I'm actually far better than you. Let me actually prove it. No, I don't really need to think about it. It's really obvious. No, I have already actually done that. I don't need to wait for it. I'm not lying. No, it's never been a show more. I'm actually far better than those people who've been living in the US. I can actually demonstrate it really quickly. I already had it done, and most of them are really correct. My first trial, all the things that are really right. I have never made a mistake. I'm actually far better than you. Someone like you would never be in their league to join me. Frederick, you're actually watching this, right? Let me actually calculate that. I'm actually the very best. I'm not lying. Take a glance at it. Don't actually make a bullshit. Just watch this video. I'm not editing anything. I'm actually far better than any other people in the whole universe. I already had done this. Yeah, I got it so correct. I never missed it. I had done it. Definitely got it. Absolutely correct. I never made a mistake. I never actually made a mistake. I'm not lying. No, it's never been alcohol. I'm a genius. I don't really need to actually work on it. I'm actually far better than you. I work, you know. No, I don't really need to. No, so not true. So not true. I've been actually, you know what, the very best who could easily actually snuck into American society. I have never been a liar. I can actually demonstrate I'm not more. Let me actually prove that. I'm actually far better than those people, even after staying up. Because you know what? If I sleep, you know, then I have a better choices. I'm actually the very best, you know, the very smart, the brightest, and the best. I'm not lying. Those are people who've been actually arguing that I'm slow in terms of reading or memorizing something new. That's a total bullshit. How many hours have I actually not slept? How many hours have I actually stayed up? Starting from yesterday's at 5 p.m., I have never actually put myself to bed. I never actually try to go to bed, but I still actually, you know what, just by looking into the sentence, immediately memorize it. The impeachment trial schedule explained why the court trial, the impeachment trial for the Senate floor, impeachment trial could have lasted weeks. I'm not lying. I don't really need to. I'm actually very best. I never made a mistake. I only had it written down as a cat, you know, like this. I never actually said this. This has been someone I crossed. I never made a mistake. I'm far better than other people to actually memorize someone else's name. I'm actually far faster than, after actually sleeping, then I would actually be much better in terms of memorizing a new name. Because I never actually slept off and I stay up more than 20 hours in a row, but I still managed to memorize this much with this type of agility. Far better than those fuckers who've been actually lagging behind, still trying to read this. I'm not really additional to the US standards. I'm not lying. This is not an audacious trial. Take a glance at it. The impeachment trial schedule explained why the Senate... No, I'm not a whore. That's a total lie. I'm actually far better than other people living in the US. Let me actually calculate it. This one, starting from number 1, you know, up until 100, if I ever make a mistake, then I would actually take care of it. Let's try to actually calculate it. I'm far better than them. No, I'm actually a genius. I'm actually, you know, I'm much smarter than you. I don't really need to. I'm actually someone like, you know what, far better. My English reading is far faster than someone like Kelly. I can actually demonstrate that. I'm not lying. No, I remember it. I'm not lying. Terry Johnson. I'm actually really great with American names. I don't really need to think twice about anything. I'm actually far faster than other people. I'm actually far better than you. I'm actually much better than any other American people. See? I'm actually far smarter than you. Even after staying up, you know, how many hours? Let me actually calculate that. Right now, you know, 8 a.m. in the morning. How many hours? You know, more than 15 hours. I never actually slept. I actually stayed up all day, 15 hours with no agitation, but I actually managed to memorize it. I'm actually far faster than someone like any American like Kelly. Take a glance at it. I'm not lying. If there's any neuroscientists watching this, take a glance at how quickly I can actually remember anything. I have never hesitated. Much faster than any other people in the universe. I never made a mistake. In my entire life, my understanding is far faster than someone like Kelly living in the United States with average intelligence. I would have guaranteed that. Far faster than. I'm actually far faster than those fucker. I'm not crazy. Take a glance at it. I'm not lying. I'm this much fast. I'm actually smarter than those people. I'm not lying. I'm actually far better than average intelligence people. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I swear I'm actually far smarter than those people. I have never hesitated in. Take a glance at it. I want to actually say, you know, let this watch it by anyone who might be interested in my English ability. How quickly I can read anything. No, I never. I'm actually cheating. It's far better than you. Take a glance at it. I'm not lying. I swear to God, I have never lied. Let me actually show you. Oh, me too. Oh. I'm actually far better than you. I have never missed it. It's never been a choice. I actually did a perfect job. I never actually had any difficulty. I did a perfect job. I never actually made any mistake. This is not really a rejection. That's so crazy. I'm actually far better than average people. Never actually missed it. I have never actually missed anything. I'm actually far smarter than you. Are you crazy? I would kill you. I would smash the fuck out of you. I'm far better than them. My understanding English isn't much better than them. You son of a bitch, take a glance at it. I'm actually far better than average people. Do you have any idea how sleepy I am? I'm really about to actually be slept. I'm actually begging for going to bed, but I'm actually, you know what, holding my very best to actually demonstrate that even in the midst of feeling so sleepy, not actually sleeping more than 18 hours, I haven't actually, you know what, slept more than 18 hours or at least 16 hours, but I still feel so okay to memorize it. I'm not lying. But you know what, don't worry about the name. If I ever actually sleep, then it would have been much better to memorize a new name. I really don't mind. I feel really sleepy. It's never. Iranian student turned back at the airport sparks a controversy to have people on protestation, and Chuck Schumer calls the Republican trial rules during the impeachment trial as a national disgrace. I really need to think about it. It's really easy, I'm not lying. I already done that. I know, let me actually skip this a little bit. €11. No, I never expected highlights from. I'm not lying. Oh shit. I never expected anything. I can actually do this. I saw it just passing by it. This is not true. I saw it. But just don't want to write down. I actually grasped up the meaning, but I don't want to write that down. That's it. Highlights are from the Tuesday Senate impeachment trial on the Senate floor. I saw it. Just passing by, I saw it. It's really a ridiculous argument. I don't want crate. It's a grill on the floor. Even though my iPod AirPods, there's a tiny little substance you can actually plug in to be connected as a Bluetooth earplugs, it actually fell in the subway grate. What is a grate? I don't need to think about it. To me, this kind of real life situation in the United States is much better than South Korean one. Grates is this kind of metal plate that would actually normally cover up the actual sewage. If you ever actually been to the New York City, you would actually know that the planet full of, the actual grate, that would actually be the place where heat comes off, right? The actual grate. Somehow my AirPods fell on this one. Thank God I got them on time not to actually let them go. That's amazing, right? Do you actually think that this would be difficult? Are you fucking crazy? Let me actually say this one. I somehow actually, lost my iPods, which actually had fallen down on the subway grate, this metal grill that would be normally used as a coverage for stacking up the ventilation, that fell down on the very surface in the floor. Thank God I got them by actually snatching them away before it got completely lost through the cracks. You got it? You fucking asshole. You son of a bitch, you should actually be condemned to death, No, I'm not 71. I'm actually 100. And let me actually count this one. I'm actually 100. I've never been actually really wrong. You never. I never miss it. Constitutional nonsense. The term impeachment legal offensive team defies a constitutional consensus by dismissing the actual grounds invoked by the team managers as what? I had it written down German. As unconstitutional. That's it. I don't really need to think about it. I'm actually far better than it. My understanding is much better to actually study. I'm actually far better than them. No one can actually deny that I would have actually never been good enough to study the US law, right? My understanding is absolutely certain. Let me actually prove that. If I ever actually got the next, 100 sentence correct, you have to admit that my argument is really valid to have a chance to be tested by the legal scholars, and my English is good enough to make a distinction. That's a total lie. It's a really crazy argument. I don't really need to. Do you think that this would be difficult? I'm actually just being, very challenged because I'm actually busy. That's really the reason why. On this, MLK Day, 2020 Democrats, were marching arm in arm to honor the legacy of Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I don't really know how to say in Korean, but I can actually say in German. Auf diesen ganz besonders wichtige Gedenktage für Zivilfreiheit Bewegung in Amerika heißt Martin Luther King Jr. Tage. 22 Demokraten wirklich marschieren, liegende Arm in Arm, zu verehren diese großartige Arbeit gemacht bei Martin Luther King. Also verehrend, hinterlassend Gedenker und geübte Irrschaften. Also eine wahnsinnige gute Arbeiter. Right? Liegende Arm unter Arm. Arm in Arm. Yeah, Arm in Arm. That means that you actually, what do we actually call it? I don't know how to say it in Korean. Because you actually have someone else's arm like this. Yeah, my arm. Let me actually, if this is one person's arm, and this is the other person's arm, you actually have it like this. You liegen Arm in Arm, Arm in Arm. Arm in Arm marschieren. Zusammen ihr eigene Arme in diesem Weise mit anderen Leuten Schulterschlüsse verfloten lassen. Das würde ihr Arme würde Verwundete mit anderen Leutes Armen während diesem Marsch vorwärtige zu verehren alles, was geübt würde bei Martin Luther King als eine Verehrung und Gedenkfeier. Zu zelebrieren eine besondere Arbeit bei Martin Luther King. This is that. You think that this would be difficult? You're really stupid. You never actually had any difficulty. We've got to change this. Has the Dixie reached the end of the road? We've got to change this. That means wir müssen verändern das. Hatte diese Dixie wirklich erreicht am Ende des Staates, right? Hat dieser Dixie Heite, dass das zum Ende des Weges führte? Hatte dieser Dixie Heite der Endepunkt des Weges. Ist das so? Woher? Oh, I never lied. I read it this fast. I'm not lying. Even though I'm really sleepy right now. Why can't I still read anything? Let's say something. I can actually prove that. I don't need to be a loser in the US. That's not true. I'm not lying. In archaeology, I can actually spell it really well. And a British version. I don't need to think about it. It's very obvious. Let me actually show you how quickly I can actually read any sentence. I'm not lying. I don't really need to. I never hesitated. I don't need to think about it. It's very obvious. I never actually, had any difficulty. I already read it. I already covered it. It's very obvious. To me, I'm far faster than other people. Would it be no? I'm actually at this one already perfect. Pizza delivery guy pulls off a gun pistol and shoots off would-be robbers. The future robbers. They're about to make very suspicious moves. I'm actually far faster than average American people. I can compete with someone like Kelly, I can guarantee. What's wrong? I don't think I have any difficulty. No, it's never been. No, never been. No, so not true. Never been 80. No, I'm actually far better than them. I have already clear record. I can actually study law. Absolutely certain. Never actually had any difficulty. Never made any. Never asked me to see it. You're not lying. I'm actually far better than you. No, I need to think about it. I already had it on there. Never. Amanda Wood. I saw it. Never has name, been a challenge to me. Let me actually show you. I don't need to. I can easily prove that name has never been a great difficulty. As long as they're really American, they're really easy name. No. Never been a PG second, no. I'm actually far better than American people. Let me actually prove it. I'm actually far better than them. I'm not really a secondary issue. I'm actually better than the rest of American people. Oh, you too. 글자 이상. You think that I would actually be below than average American people's intelligence to be last? No, I'm not lying. Let me actually prove it. Let me actually prove the other ones. I can honestly say that this is not a crazy argument. I can actually prove that. I'm not lying. I know more words. I know more Latin. I know more French words than them. Let me actually show you. I never hesitated. This has been a genuine since. Never been. Actually, I'm far better than Hugo Weaving. You think that this is difficult? I'm not really a secondary to any American people. Take a glance at it. I'm actually this much faster. I'm actually just much smaller than average American people who only speak English. Vegan Marcus had Thomas fears that he may never see his daughter again. His greatest fear at this moment, he will probably never see his daughter again. I don't want to think of anything. I don't need to think about it. It's never been 11th hour. No, Rebecca Alonso, I know what ugly Betty lady. Bonita canción. Cheerio, I can never think. Oh, I did a perfect job. Lola Kington, I did a perfect job, right? Oh, I'm actually very happy. Mm. I'm actually far genius than them. Have you noticed that? I'm actually sleepy. Because you don't even have any idea how sleepy I am. I don't really think I can actually manage to handle it anymore. I never tried it again. I flipped it. It's not something me actually made a mistake. It has been flipped. I'm not lying. Never made a mistake with Gloria Menaville. It's really unfair. That's really a total lie. They flipped it. I never lied. That's really the reason I actually, was seemingly I can actually write down everything. I really don't mind. It's not really a practice. I don't need to think about it. I'm actually far better than you. In terms of memorizing a sentence, I'm actually far better than you. I already had done everything. It's a really easy sentence. I want to show you. See? Paul Raffaele used to be a Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend. Never made a mistake. No, I never lied. Lee Carter's brother is Island Carter accused of passive. I'm not lying. I never actually made a mistake. Do I have to actually write down every single time he's being accused of? I never hesitated. The only thing is, you know what, when I'm actually being really pressed, I actually put down something that I never wanted out of really a rush. It's not about thinking about it, because you're actually constantly completing the sentence as quickly as possible and move on. You just write down something you never wanted to have. It's not about thinking. Accidentally put something that I never even thought about. Then I don't really need to think about it, but at least I have to check what I've been actually on the screen. It's really easy. It's not about actually thinking about it. Written down quickly and rightfully. I'm not lying. You have to actually write down multiple times to secure it. What I want to say is, you know what? Passive. Don't get that wrong. This is a really ridiculous argument because I have already tried it for a million times for busted. This sentence is the most common word for any writing. I actually said it constantly, busted for a million times. No one actually admit that. This one tiny drops, I even actually had what I had on my mind was a noun. Even arguing that was not. I was constantly thinking about this. They create a hard doctor, medical school student, really a pervert who been actually doing this. No one accepted it. That's a ridiculous argument. If I ever actually multiplied more than 1,000 times, just admit it. I don't really understand it. To me, it's very obvious. I'm actually far better than them. I'm not lying. I don't really need to. I'm not actually doing anything. Never actually try anything. It's really crazy. I don't even think about anything. I'm not actually lying. Never made a mistake. I said I know ideology. Is that really a C? I actually written down a political belief ideology. Is that really a C? Isn't that the same issue? Well, I've never been actually slower than other people. I'm actually far better than someone like Kelly. I'm not lying. Yeah. Oh, I never actually was doing anything. I never actually had any difficulty. I make it faster than someone like Kelly. Yeah. I never miss anything. I'm not lying. I've been actually far better than you. Prince, I don't want to do it. Prince Harry made first and the last public appearance since Max. Probably the last. I never actually want to do that. It's really easy. 생각은 정신이 없어. Dana Jason cheered the keto-inspired bikini look while bathing in a bikini suit. Let me have a break because I feel so sleepy. What time is it? How many hours have I never actually slept? Starting from 5, I haven't slept in more than 16 hours. Alright, let me actually go get some coffee. Would that be okay?